What's good, everybody? Welcome into the Early Edge, your daily sports betting show of record. I, of course, am the coach, and we are powered by the almighty SportsLine. We are here every single day, 365 days a year. We have made it back safely from beautiful Hammond, Indiana. A big shout-out and a thank you to the Caesar Sportsbook, who hosted us for the last 4 days. They were amazing. Can't wait to get back there again. Now, yesterday on the show, a very light day as far as picks are concerned, but we hit our 2 straight picks. We love it in soccer. And then, of course, M Squared gave out a tennis play. The parlay didn't hit, but it's always a little bit less, just a little sprinkle. So that was a profitable day here on the show. But as the maestro always says, it's on to the next. We've got to look forward. So let's bring in the stars of the show today. And I love this threesome right here. Alabama. Good morning.
Good morning. I went 3-0 again yesterday on Twitter.
Whoa. Sometimes you throw me off when you just throw out a random 4-0, 3-0. Say that again.
I went 3-0 yesterday on Twitter.
I'm trying to figure out, we have so many people that watch the show, that follow the show. If you're not following at Alley_sports, you're literally costing yourself money. And if that's what you want to do you. But I prefer to follow her on social media. All right, Zach Attack. What's good, my man?
Good morning, Coach. Yep, pre-show we just talked about. I've been giving out a lot of football plays a couple days early. I did so yesterday on the Carolina Panthers. And I'm doing that because the market is moving so fast. You know, the primetime games, there's always going to be line movement. And I said buy it to 7. It was minus 125 at Caesars. 3 hours later, they named Davis Mills officially the starter with Tyrod Taylor out. It shoots up to 9. So I have another play today for Friday in college football.
It's all about information, and we don't give out a play on Tuesday just to give out the play on Tuesday. There's a method to the madness. Do it when we tell you to do it. It's not always going to hit, but that's the best edge that we're going to get and that you're going to get. AB running the 1s and 2s. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Coach. I'll tell you what, it feels like I'm getting an extra paycheck every week just by being on the show, listening to Zach and Allie. So, yeah, I can't argue with that at all.
Wait. An extra paycheck. So you're getting paid to do your original job?
Well, I tell myself that. Yeah, I tell myself that.
Yeah. I got you. All right, let's get into it. Storylines that could affect the betting lines today. And I believe the way we're going to do it, let's start with Zach. What do you got?
Yeah, NFL Week 3, I kind of touched in on the ATS undefeated teams on Monday, but we're just going to look at the teams that are left. There's 7 teams left that are undefeated, and usually going into Week 3, we talked about it yesterday, Alan and Mike, the point spreads are going up because we've already seen a small enough sample size on where these teams are going. But go back to last year, there was also 7 teams left undefeated in Week 2. They went 6-1 ATS in Week 3. It was only the Titans. They all won. That's the main thing I want to emphasize here. They all won. So they went all 7-0, and Tennessee Titans was the only one that did not cover. So look at these big numbers. You go back to last year, I think it was the Seahawks against the Cowboys. They came back and covered a 6.5-point spread, only won by 7. The Pittsburgh Steelers, they came back against the Houston Texans and won by 7 as well. So look at these big numbers, and usually when there's a small group left undefeated, 7 teams left, they hang on a little bit. So look at these teams maybe another week or 2 before they drop.
Isn't it funny how when you're in the sports betting space, you say, oh, you got all these undefeated teams, and immediately people go, well, what were they against the spread? We don't care if they're undefeated. What were they against the spread? Great information by you there. Quick YouTube comment. Somebody can't figure out how to like the show. Pound the like button. If you look at the YouTube page, there's literally a like right below the video. Just hit it. And I don't want to call out Randy, but I will. Randy, I can't figure it out. Just hit the like button. It's right there. Come on. All right, AB, I know you're looking at a trend in the NFL that most people would never think about. What do you got?
Correct. Yeah. If you're having a hard time taking a look at who's going to win games straight up and then applying that to and against the spread, let me give you, kind of an example here. So being a home team playing at home, generally in the NFL, that's about 57% of home teams win the game. Teams that win the turnover battle are 69.6% to win said game. So pay attention to these teams, especially early in the season, first 4 weeks, first 5 weeks. Take a notice at what teams are turning the ball over and what teams are creating turnovers for them. It'll generally give you a pretty good idea who's going to win that game.
I have a sneaky feeling that one of your pick today might have something to do with turnovers. Just a gut. All right, now it's time for our board today. Whenever she is on the show, she always gets to go first. Allie, what do you have for us today?
All right, for today, I have the Giants and the Padres over 9 at -120. The last 10 games between these two teams have gone over, and we also have two pretty weak pitchers on the mound. Velasquez, 10.13 ERA, and that was only in 13.3 innings pitched. Kazmir, he started a few games earlier in the season, but he's kind of been moved back down to AAA where he has a 4.61 ERA. I don't really see him lasting very long or being successful considering he allowed 5 earned runs in 7 innings in those starts. So I think just kind of the combination of the trend and the pitchers on the mound, the over 9 is a good pick for today.
I don't think it's a good pick. I think it's a great pick today. Now, could you repeat what your record was yesterday on Twitter for me one more time? I didn't hear it the first 2 times.
3-0.
Oh, that's right. 3-0. Okay. Moving on. Zach Attack. I know you're laser focused on a little college football today. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm going to go to some ACC action Friday, Virginia against Wake Forest. I'm going to take Virginia -4. And I think in conference play, and especially in college football, you can go back to last year's matchup and take a lot of takeaways, especially against the spread going into the next year's matchup. I'm going to do so here. You go back to last year. It was a tight game, 23-23 in the fourth quarter. And then Wake Forest pulled away with Kenneth Walker, who transferred and now is at Michigan State, leading the country in rushing. He had a 70-something yard run and just took over in the fourth quarter. Also in that matchup, Lindell Stone, the backup quarterback, started in that game. That was the last time he started. He was horrible through 2 picks, could not move the football well. In is Brennan Armstrong, one of the best sophomore to junior rising quarterbacks in college football. He is number 2 in yards passing, 1,300, and also number 2 in touchdown passes with 11. And keep in mind, he was one of the best dual threat quarterbacks to finish off last year. Had over 500 rushing yards. 5 of the last 6 games, he rushed for over 50 yards and had that memorable 60-yard touchdown run against Boston College. So I think he's going to challenge Wake Forest defense that they've allowed 16 points or less in their first 3 matchups, but some of those games, Old Dominion, we saw Florida State's woes last week. Those teams just weren't ready. Brennan Armstrong is going to throw that ball up and down the field. He's going to continue to pad his stats. And I think Virginia beats Wake Forest for the first time since 2007.
Educate, entertain. Man, I was writing all that stuff down. I don't just listen. I write that stuff down. Incredible information for my man, Zach Attack. All right. Now, a lot of great comments today on the show. Thank you. Keep pounding that like button. All right, AB. I know whenever you're in the anchor position, you do not take this role lightly. What do you have for us today, sir?
Yeah, Coach, we could never let the maestro down. I mean, who would want to do that? No pressure, no diamonds. Look, we're going to go with the Texans over 1.5 turnovers tomorrow night, Thursday Night Football. If you look already, the Texans have put the ball on the ground 3 times. They've only turned it over once. Now, if you pay attention to those numbers, generally that flips very quickly in terms of fumbles. And Davis Mills quickly against the Browns threw an interception. I expect him to throw at least 1, possibly 2 against Carolina and that good defense tomorrow night. So, yeah, give me Texans over 1.5 turnovers. Let's let it rip.
You know, it's a hard time for the Texans when your quarterback goes out on Sunday. And as you're sitting around, I was at the Caesar Sportsbook in Indiana, and nobody knew who the backup quarterback was for the Texans. Does anybody know? Does anybody, like everybody was at, nobody had any idea who the backup quarterback was for the Houston Texans. I could have been the backup quarterback for the Houston Texans. By the way, I don't know why it pops me when you say no pressure, no diamonds, but I love it. Where did you come up with that?
I have no idea, to be completely honest with you. It just came one day, and I was like, all right, we're rolling with this.
I love it. I may bogart that for another segment on the show. I already take all your other segments. Why don't I just take that one too? All right, we're up against it. Grab your paper, grab your pencil. Here is the recap. And even though AB did it, it looks glorious. All right, Zach Attack, he's on Virginia. That game's on Friday, -4. Then Allie, 3-0 yesterday. begging you guys to tail her today. Giants, Padres, over 9. That's coming in at -120. Then AB, Texans, over 1.5 turnovers. A backup quarterback in the NFL is never a good thing, especially when the other team has a full week to prepare. Then from the site, my man Martin Green just slayed it on the pitch. We're going to go Manchester United to win. We're going to go the Royals on the money line +1.5, and then the Marlins on the money line. Now, we only have like a week left before all these bad baseball teams are out, and then it really starts to cook in the postseason. I can't wait to get picks in on that. By the way, that AB3, a little tasty, +318. All right, don't forget, 3 p.m. Eastern this afternoon, AB and the boys, Chip Patterson and Micah Roberts with our mega college football preview. Turn on those notifications so you know the second that show starts. All right, Elliot, this one's for you today, pal. This one's for Elliot from the chat. Got a good night's sleep. I feel good. I got a lot of energy. So for this Wednesday, smack dab in the middle of football season, we're rocking and rolling. You've got your marching orders. Let's take all of these tickets straight to the pay window for Alabama. Zacatech, AB, I'm the coach. Remember, this is your show. Educate, entertain, tell your friends. It's the Early Edge. Good luck.
Do you want best bets in your feed every single day? All you have to do is hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with all things Early Edge.